Hey everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Top Four, where we talk about four weird things that we want to talk about. Usually comic book related, but not always. But this week it definitely is. And we're talking about the top four tanks in the DC universe. Now you might be saying to yourself, what is a tank? When I think of a tank, I usually think of that guy you put out front to absorb damage. In our group, that's me, right? I'm the tank.
Yeah, you're definitely the tank of the long box, guys.
Josh, you're a DP, you're damage per second. LT and Mike, dual healers. Mike, you might be the wizard, just because we know that you're a pretty good shot.
I'm the blaster.
You're the blaster. And speaking of Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing excellent, and I am excited for today because I gave this a lot of thought.
Did you
And I
percolated?
did, because I went over all my favorite groups in the because when you talk about a tank, you're talking about a team player, right?
Right. And
Uh,
usually the tank can't just tank alone. Like tank,
right,
tank, tank, tank.
right. So what I was doing, I looked at like 10 different teams in the DC universe, and two of the teams had the same tank. And I was like, this is the tank for me then. And I have chosen
Go
uh,
on.
Go on.
Power Girl. Not
Power.
only the tank for the Justice Society of America, but if you ever read any of the Justice League Internationals, the Wahaha Justice League, she was amazing in that. The fact that she was addicted to Diet Coke reminds me of our own tank. And the she had the way before Captain Marvel had a cat that was really an alley cat, and the only person the cat liked was Power Girl, and it was vicious to every single other member of the Justice League. And of course, he couldn't hurt Power Girl, so she didn't. She just cuddle over, and he would scratch and not do anything to her. But yeah, love Power Girl.
Yeah, greatest, possibly also greatest boob window in DC Comics.
It is a great.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
No one's denying the boob. I love the one time they tried to give an explanation, and the explanation was that Superman has his crest there, and she never really thought that she had a symbol worthy to go there, which is the biggest cop out I've ever heard. Did you guys read that comic?
yeah,
No.
Yeah, it sounds like a good premise, but I'm like, also it's a boob window.
Also, boobs.
Boobs.
definitely a boob
Yeah.
window.
She's a powerhouse. She's a good striker. She's good at a lot of stuff. But you're right. She's the girl you want out there taking some damage. Tommy, who'd you pick?
I went with my first gut instinct and I picked Superman.
See,
I'm going to
once
argue
again,
that Superman's not a tank, but
it's just not.
He definitely is absorbing punishment,
He
Sure,
can take
and
a
oh,
he's the
lot
definitely.
of
heavy hitter.
punishment.
sure. The Earth
The
is absorbing punishment too.
the
I don't think.
problem is he's too versatile
Yeah,
to be a tank, I think. But no doubt, he's still the best tank in that DC universe. But I still don't consider him a tank. But he's
yeah.
still the best one. But I don't consider him one.
Tommy, do you really think that Superman's just the guy that you want out there absorbing damage, or do you want him solving problems?
I mean, he is versatile. He can do both. But if there is like somebody out there that's super powerful, you want Superman up front.
You do.
I
Definitely.
no
It's
lie
fair.
there. But I
Yeah.
want Superman up front finishing the job. I want everyone taking a shot at someone else, but Superman nails the guy.
But he's
Honestly,
also one of the best blasters. He's also one of the best support characters.
one of the best flyers, one of the best
Best flies, like he's yeah.
breeze breath.
That's because
One of the speedsters.
when they first started the Justice League, Batman and Superman were honorary members. One because the editors didn't want them to be overexposed, which is hilarious. And two, the writers were like, Superman doesn't need the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Superman can breathe underwater. Superman just holds his breath. We got this. But I'm not going to poo-poo him. it's a good pick.
No, it's a great pick.
Josh, who do you got?
I have Wonder Woman.
Another good pick. And she is more of a tank to me with those bulletproof bracelets
Yeah,
and like she draws fire.
she draws fire. She's got the deflection. She can defend people behind her. She's a heavy hitter. She can take a lot of punishment. Her versatility is actually pretty narrow, all things considered. She's got some off-camera powers with the like the lasso, occasionally with the sword and the armor. But really, her job, right, is to be up front, swinging big and taking hits.
I agree with you more on this one than Superman. She even carries a shield into battle sometimes. I mean,
Sometimes, yeah.
that's what she's there for. And the lasso is very tangential to what she does. Bulletproof bracelets, bulletproof. I think that's a great tank right there. My first pick, though, is going to be a little more, I think, controversial. This guy can't be destroyed. And if you want someone out front drawing fire, Plastic Man is the guy you want out there. He can stretch himself into a giant wall. He's immune to almost everything. He can be slowed, but he can be temporarily frozen, sure. He can be temporarily melted, sure. But he keeps coming back. That's a tank that takes damage and keeps taking damage. Sure, he can punch, he can mimic, he can do a lot of other stuff, but Plastic Man's real job is just to take damage.
I mean, I can't argue with the fact that he is immortal.
It's true.
Yeah.
He was blown up and scattered into a million pieces on the bottom of the ocean floor, and it took him hundreds of thousands of years to reform. Um, and then during that time, he went insane. But you're right, he did survive being blown to little bitty bits.
That's a tank's tank right there.
Uh, I feel like he's a utility character who can't be like who can take a lot of punishment. I don't know if he's a traditional tank. I mean, I get
But
what you're
you
saying.
do see him being the wall where the bullets are coming in and pinging the bullets back, and
No.
bombs and shotguns and missiles, even.
I think Josh is saying he's more like a golden dome.
I don't think that's
He's not super strong. He's not giving
He'll,
out damage like we
he'll stop a
expect for
lot of
most
missiles,
tanks.
but some will get through.
we got the reference.
Yeah, but yeah, I see where you're going. I get the but I think those are utility plays for him and not his primary.
But Tom, you
Agreed.
did have some alternates.
I do. When we're talking about tanks, why don't we talk about the haunted tank? Haunted by Jeb Stuart, a Civil War general who was on the losing side. Brought back later in the body of an Abrams tank, who was manned by his African American descendant Jamal Stewart in Iraq. And this tank took a lot of damage. This is a tank's tank. It was rebuilt four different times. My favorite version was the Frankenstein tank, made mostly out of T190. Mikey, do you remember what a T190 looks like?
Mm, yes.
Yes, you can't mistake it. It's got this weird round radar dish on the back. I remember the silhouette till the day I died because they had them on playing cards in the military, and we'd have to identify from the silhouette. That was the only easy one. I think that's a really cool tank to be a tank. Anyone else have any other honorable mentions? I got one other.
My other one was Etrigan.
Edric does take a lot of damage. I think of him more as my utility magic guy, but you're right, man. That guy can
I mean,
absorb
he
it.
doesn't use a lot of magic in combat besides fire breath. Like he just punches people, gets punched, and breathes fire.
But he's the guy who knows the guys.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Like,
definitely.
if there's a
He knows the guy.
mystery and you need the knowledge of how to defeat this magic guy, Edrigan knows. He's gonna mess you up with it. All right, my last one was Pig Iron, Captain Carrot's Zoo Crew, a pig that falls into a vat of molten metal and becomes infused with it, and that was mine.
Who doesn't love an iron pig?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was an Iron Pig, Pig Iron.
Wow,
Pig Iron.
that was not the image I was
From
expecting.
Detroit, I think.
Okay.
Maybe Pittsburgh. No, he's from Pittsburgh. That'll do it for us, guys. Thank you very much for being with us today. We do appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe. And don't forget, you can go to any one of our other places to find our regular podcast, The Long Box Guys, on anything but Tinder. We're not on there. LTS.
Love you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.